Hi, I'm Karen from HolisticallyEngineered.com, and today I want to talk about oil pulling. So for the month of February, we're going to have an oil pulling challenge because I know a lot of people are interested in learning exactly what it is and kind of what benefits they can see from it and how it works and all of that. So I thought it'd be good to just kind of provide some info and kind of have a group of us doing it to see kind of what the feedback is. So I'll talk a little bit about what oil pulling is. It dates back thousands of years from India, and basically what you do is you swish oil in your mouth for like 5 to 20 minutes, preferably 20, and the enzymes in the fat pull out the toxins that are in your mouth. So it pulls those toxins out and it cleanses as well. So I started oil pulling probably about a year and a half ago just because my teeth were in pretty bad shape. So I wanted kind of a different way to be able to cleanse them and, also a natural way as well. So some of the benefits are improved skin, kind of glowing skin. Also, that I've noticed is whiter teeth and kind of being able to help kind of relieve some of the sinus pressure that kind of happens to some of us. And also kind of soothing any sensitivity in my teeth. I love oil pulling for that. And it just helps with supporting gum health and things like that. So there's lots of great benefits, and everybody's kind of different, but I know for me, after doing it, it's kind of like when I changed my diet. If you are eating clean for so long and then you start to eat things that maybe you shouldn't, you feel bad afterwards. So my teeth just don't feel clean. They just don't feel right if I'm not oil pulling. So that's what I like to do now. And so what I do is in the morning, I take a tablespoon of coconut oil, and I use the virgin coconut oil that is cold pressed, unrefined raw coconut oil. And that's what I prefer. I know some people also like unrefined raw like sesame oil or sunflower oil. So those are some other popular ones. I like the coconut oil because it does have other benefits. So that's just a nice combination. And plus I have a lot of it. I use it for everything. So I have a lot of coconut oil. And that way I'm not buying many different oils. So what I do is I take a tablespoon. So some people, you might have to work your way up, like if you have a gag reflex or whatever, you might have to start with 1 teaspoon and then work your way up. And the same thing with the time. You might have to start with 5 minutes and then work your way up to 20 minutes. But I take a tablespoon, and I usually do this in the morning, like while I'm getting ready. So like in my shower, while I'm doing my hair, everything like that. And I'll usually oil pull for about 15 to 20 minutes. And basically I just swish it in my mouth, kind of like you would in mouthwash. You don't necessarily, you don't gargle with it, but kind of how you would swish mouthwash in your mouth, similar to that. And then what I do is I spit it out into a trash can because the oil can clog, your sinks or your toilets. So I make sure to spit it out in the trash can. And I definitely don't want to swallow it because it's just pulled out all of those toxins and kind of cleansed your mouth. You don't want to swallow all of that either. And then what I do is I put, I do either DIY mouthwash, which I kind of do in like a glass jar with a pinch of salt, and I add essential oils to it, like thieves and peppermint and even spearmint. and then I add like a cup of distilled water. So I'll use probably about 10 drops of essential oil and then a cup of water, and I shake that really well before I use it, and then I'll rinse my mouth with that. Or the Thieves mouthwash I like too. It's a great option as well. So, and then after that, I just kind of like to still brush my teeth, especially in the morning. So I'll brush my teeth with a natural toothpaste, like I'll either use Earth Paste or the Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste. And then that way I kind of cover my bases just because that's what I prefer, but you know, maybe after rinsing, that's fine for you. It's just what you prefer. Also, like before you start oil pulling or anything, if you're nursing or pregnant or anything like that, you may, you'll definitely want to check with your doctor before you start, you know, doing any of that, just to be sure, just to be safe. So, another added bonus that I add to the oil I use for oil pulling, which when I first started I didn't do this, but now I love it. Kind of makes my breath even more fresh, and it just has the added therapeutic benefits of using essential oils. So what I add is Thieves and peppermint most often. And then some other ones that I like are lemon. And occasionally I'll add oils like, this is kind of like if I really need help with my mouth, I'll add copaiba. And then like oregano or clove. And I don't use them all at the same time, so it's not like that. Mostly what I use is Thieves and peppermint. Sometimes I'll add, I'll do like the clove and oregano, or just add some copaiba to the Thieves and peppermint, something like that. So just kind of get the combination that you like. But basically what I do is I have this little jar by my bathroom sink, and I put about 10 tablespoons of coconut oil in it. And then to that I add about 20 to 30 drops of essential oils. So like I might do, you know, 10 to 15 drops each of peppermint and Thieves. If I'm doing like clove and oregano, I probably wouldn't necessarily do them together, but you know, I would do less because they're really strong oils, so I might do like 10 drops to the 10 tablespoons of coconut oil. So you just kind of have to play around with it. So when you're getting started, you know, you might want to just get used to the oil by itself and see how that goes, and then build up. And then if you can't stand it, maybe adding the essential oils will you know, make it more pleasant, especially like peppermint. I love that taste, so maybe that'll help, or even spearmint. And you know, just kind of play around with it and see what your preferences are. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. It's really easy, but I have this already made up, so with essential oils I just put the cap on, and then that way I can just take out a tablespoon in the morning and you know, swish it around. So I'm going to show you kind of the start of how I do it as far as swishing it and things like that, but I'm not going to sit here and you know, let you watch me swish coconut oil in my mouth for 20 minutes. But I just hope this helped, and I look forward to hearing your results during the challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to get started with the oil pulling now. Tablespoon. So I just wanted to add that, especially the coconut oil that's solid at room temperature, it does take some time to melt in your mouth, and it eventually will. It doesn't take all that long. But, you know, in the beginning, it's kind of like maybe hard to swish because you're still trying to get it to melt and stuff like that. So I go slower, and then it gets easier as it starts to melt and liquefies. So I hope that was helpful in explaining kind of how it works and what all is involved. But if you have any questions, just let me know, and we'll try and, as a group, help get those answers for you. And I hope you enjoy the challenge, and I can't wait to see what your results are. Thanks for watching.